Coming up, it is time for Chicago Bears Overreaction Monday. It is a Victory Monday yet again here on Bears Now by Chat Sports. My name is Harrison Graham, but first, want to give you a round of applause. Thank you guys so much. We hit 138,000 subscribers. Next milestone, 139. You guys are killing it. Appreciate all the longtime subscribers, new subscribers, the non-subscribers. And if you are a non-subscriber, I would invite you to join us. It's 100% free. We, of course, will be live like we are on every Monday at 4 o'clock Central Time. So be sure to subscribe and join us for that as well. All right, let's get into Overreaction Monday. I got 3 topics I want to dive into here. Number 1, Caleb Williams. Has he arrived? 3 smoking Jays. Feel really good about where he's at. Not going to go the full 4. The schedule's going to get tougher. Obviously, the challenges are going to increase here, but I'm pretty pleased with how he played yesterday and so far how he's played this year. Yeah, we can continue to talk about the completion percentage. I thought his receivers let him down yesterday. PFF credited the Bears with 6 drops, and they're very conservative in terms of labeling drops. So the fact that they credit them with 6, it really could have been more like 8, 9, or 10. Obviously, the accuracy overall needs to continue to improve, but I do think yesterday was one of his more accurate days if they just catch the football. One thing about Caleb is he generates a lot of explosives, and he doesn't turn the ball over. So yeah, we would love him to be a 70% completion guy, but if he's going to generate explosives with his arm and his legs and not turn the ball over simultaneously, that's pretty impressive. I think he's clearly on an upward trajectory. Obviously, there's still ways to go from a play-to-play standpoint, just like the consistency throughout the course of these games. Feels like the second quarter tends to be kind of not a good one for him and the team in general, but the eye test tells me he's taking a jump, and Ben Johnson can feel it. He can see it as well, and I think this team is feeding off him right now, which is exciting to think. You want to win. We talked about this last night. They won last night because of the quarterback. Things around him weren't going well. He found a way. He delivered. So sometimes you just need your franchise guy to do that, and he did that yesterday. Just some, a couple bullet points of the growth here. The vertical passing accuracy, even though these aren't all being caught, the 2 in the end zone, for example, DJ and Zaccheaus, those are terrific balls with the chance to make a play. The one up the seam to Zaccheaus that he didn't squeeze either. He had the lofted layer pass to Rome on the left sideline in that game as well. You've just seen it all year. He's gotten much better and more accurate down the field throwing the football. His sack avoidance is unbelievable. He's got that innate feel. Ben Johnson called him Houdini in the post-game presser. That Giants front was in the backfield a lot, and he was making guys miss. I mean, he shedded a sack from Brian Burns. He's spinning away from Abdul Carter. I mean, his feel in the pocket and his ability to avoid sacks is phenomenal. He's one of the best in the league at it, and I think he's proving that he can lead. I think that was a question mark last year with him as a player. We know he's talented. Can he lead? You listen to a guy like Kevin Byard, who's been in this league a long time, after the game last night, raving about him as a player. That's a team captain on this team, Kevin Byard. Obviously, Caleb is as well. But I think he's growing. I think Ben Johnson has instilled that into this whole team, just the confidence, the belief, and the trust in one another. And I think with Caleb, and this was true last year, he's so calm in high leverage spots. He just goes into this mode, and these athletes talk about it all the time of like it's tunnel vision. They're dialed in. It's understanding when it's time to go deliver and to make a play, and he did that again yesterday. 2 drives straight down the field, boom, touchdown pass to Rome, touchdown run on the naked boot to the left. Just understanding how to deliver when the time to come is to do that, and he's been able to do that consistently this year. 4 game-winning drives already. Ben Johnson said this in the little celebratory locker room deal that they do every week. He said, "Man, let me tell you something now. This next guy, man, he's got ice in his veins, and if you don't believe it now, you just wait. The best is yet to come." 18. As Caleb got one of the game balls. C.J. Gardner-Johnson got the other one. I mentioned the 4 game-winning drives. That's tied for a single-season Bears record. There's still 8 more games to go. Pretty good chance he's going to set the single-season record. It just feels like, while it's not perfect and there's still room to grow, like, I think we can be excited about this, guys. Like, I think we can feel good about where this is going with Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. Like, the ability this guy has, I mean, you could argue he's got, in terms of just the velocity, does he have the biggest arm in the league? I mean, it's top 2 or 3. Like, I think he has surpassed Mahomes' arm strength. I think Mahomes, over the years, it's just dipped a little bit. Josh Allen, maybe you would say, is bigger. Justin Herbert on just the fastball. Like, this guy has an absolute rocket launcher. You saw a few nice throws with touch yesterday as he continues to show the variance as well. He's got all the ability, and you're seeing him make plays. Again, not perfect, but like this thing's coming along nicely, and I feel good about where he's at. And if the games are close late, you feel good about your chances. Doesn't mean he's always going to deliver, but you feel good about his chances in those situations. Are you sold on Caleb Williams as the franchise quarterback? If you say 10 out of 10, you're like, I'm all in. There's no doubt in my mind. 1 out of 10. No, I'm not. Get rid of the nail painting because I know there's people out there like that. I'm in the high 8s, low 9s. I mean, I'm pretty close to being. I feel really good about where he's at. Like I just do. So let me know where you guys fall on that spectrum. All right, is it time to bench Olamide Zaccheaus and start Luther Burden for Smoking Jays? Now, bench at the receiver position is kind of a weird word because Zaccheaus, even if he's the 4th receiver, like he's going to rotate in there. He's going to play, and I think he should play. I think yesterday was just a bad game for him, but like it's time for a Luther Burden now. We're going to dive into it all here on today's show. Do want to remind you guys and obviously show our new subscribers our Smokin' Jay rumor meter. 0 Smokin' Jays means it's fake news. It's not happening. 1 Smokin' Jay, it's barely true. It could happen, but it's unlikely. 2 Smokin' Jays, people are talking. 3 Smokin' Jays, it's pretty likely. That's what I gave Caleb Williams in terms of has he fully arrived. And then 4 Smokin' Jays, bear down. It absolutely is happening or needs to happen, and that is where I'm at in terms of giving Luther Burden a larger role and decreasing Olamide Zaccheaus' role. We'll stay tuned. We will dive into that coming up here in just a moment. But got to spread the word, spread the news. Prize Picks, best daily fantasy sports app out there. It just doesn't get better than this. The hard-hitting football action is even better with Prize Picks. The weather might be changing. We saw that yesterday. But the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. It's very easy to play Prize Picks. After you create an account, you just start surfing. You can search by sport, by player, and there's a lot of player stats available. You can take more or less on passing yards, rushing yards, receiving yards, points, rebounds, assists, combo stats, three-pointers, goals in hockey and soccer, all sports available. 2 or more players in a lineup, up to 6-player lineups. Take more or less on the stat projections provided by Prize Picks, and if you hit, you win money. It's as simple as that. A lot of cool features on Prize Picks. Here's an example of a 2-player lineup I've got tonight. I think Jalen Hurts throws at least 1 touchdown, so give me the more on a half a touchdown pass. That's a goblin pick. Those are easier to hit, lowers the payout, but easier chance to win. And then I took less on Jordan Love's completion percentage. He's very streaky, so if he's off a little bit tonight, 65.1% against a good defense. I like the less on that mark right there. $20 to win $40 on this 2-player lineup. Check out Prize Picks today. Download the app and use our code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it is good to be right. Okay, let's compare OZ and Luther Burden. Olamide Zaccheaus has almost tripled the targets of Luther Burden, 50. He's caught 32 of those. That's just over 60%. And that's for a guy who's kind of known as a safety net and has been Caleb's safety net at times. 248 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 drops. Had 2 yesterday, really 3, but the one he didn't count because there was an illegal contact, so the play got erased anyway. But it was still a big drop because if he catches it, you just decline that penalty. It's like a 30-yard completion. Burden on only 18 targets, 16 receptions. So that connection seems to be there. I know there's some screens and stuff in there, but still, 222 yards. Again, only 26 less yards on 32 less targets. Has the 1 touchdown, has 0 drops. It's obvious. It's time. It is time to unleash Luther Burden. Now, I'm not in the building. Are there certain, plays that he doesn't have completely down? Give OZ 25 to 30% of the snaps. If he's not ready for at least a full-time role or a very heavy role, 70% of the snaps. Yesterday he played 49. It's time. This guy is a demon with the ball. Like, he is dragging defenders, the yards after the catch, the elusiveness. He has strong hands. Like, you get him going, kind of like Colson Loveland is starting to get going. Like, he's elevated past Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet still has a role in his team. Great blocker, can be a safety net. Colson Loveland's the dynamic receiving tight end. OZ can have a role. He can be the third and four option route guy. Like, you can still have a role for him. Luther Burden, you get him to elevate past OZ, and then you have, OZ and Kmet is secondary options, almost backups. Like, those are great guys to have. But, like, to me, this offense long-term is Rome, Loveland, and Burden. That's the trio. If DJ Moore is here, he's involved as well. But, like, those are the guys long-term, first- and second-year players who have so much upside. Now, I will say DJ Moore's banged up right now. He's got a shoulder, hip, and groin issue. We mentioned yesterday, do you just sit him for a week? We'll see what his status is. He's tough as hell. He's been playing through injuries, so hopefully he can. But if not, OZ is still going to play. But that would be even more opportunity to, like, okay, Burden's your two, give him DJ's snap share, and OZ can be the third guy. Like, if they're in 12 personnel and DJ Moore's not in the field, I want Luther Burden in there with Rome Odunze. It's time. It's just time. So I think you guys feel the same. I'm not trying to rip OZ. He had a bad game yesterday. It happens. But it's more of just Luther Burden's just a more talented, better player. Like, you drafted this guy top 40 for a reason. If you're ready to unleash the demon that is Luther Burden the third, type me down in the comment section below. All right, don't forget, Asante Samuel Jr. is set to visit tomorrow. Do the Bears need him? I'll go 3 smoking Jays. Need is a strong word. We don't know what kind of physical condition he is in, but I do think he would help, which is why I'm still 3 smoking Jays, closer to 4 rather than 2. He visits tomorrow, his 5th of 6 visits. He has a meeting today, I think, with the Steelers, tomorrow with the Bears, and then he'll wrap up with the 49ers tomorrow. Last week he visited the Panthers, Vikings, and Packers. Look, your outside corners just haven't been good the last 2 weeks. We got to call a spade a spade. Tyreek Stevenson, who was on a heater for 4 or 5 games, has not played well the last 2 weeks. Hopefully he can bounce back. Bears need him to. Nashawn Wright, listen, he's battling, he's fighting. Should have had 2 picks yesterday, but was in position, so that's good. For like your 5th or 6th corner entering training camp, I don't know how much more you could expect out of this guy, but he's a career backup for a reason. You need more out of your outside corners. Asante Samuel Jr., if he's healthy, if he's in shape, I think he's an upgrade over at least one of those guys. Now, you could say, what if they think Jalen Johnson's coming about? What about Kyler Gordon? Well, okay, you're going to sign this guy for the vet minimum if you bring him in, I would assume. Like, you worry about that down the road. That's a good problem to have if that ends up being the case. But the Tyreek roller coaster is just hurting this secondary, man. When he's good, at times he plays like a CB1. I thought from post-Detroit until the shoulder injury, he played excellent. Really, really, really well. Last 2 weeks post-shoulder injury where he missed the game has not been good. Maybe that's causing problems. I don't know. And we mentioned the Nashawn Wright stuff. Like, he's a career backup. Like, he's fighting. He's scrapping. But, Asante Samuel has 37 pass breakups in 3 years and 4 games. Like, if he's healthy, he's probably an upgrade over a guy like Nashawn Wright. Now, again, Kyler Gordon, he's eligible to return after this week. I don't know how close he is. We talked yesterday with how good C.J. Gardner-Johnson's been. Is he an option at outside corner? Could be. Jalen Johnson, they've said there's a chance in December. Now, to me, that's still too far off. Like, if you need reinforcements sooner, like, I think you have to consider Asante Samuel. And if those guys are all back and you got all these different options, okay, great problem to have. You can figure it out from there when you get closer to the end of the season and if all these guys are healthy. And guess what? In December, guys are beat up. Chances are guys won't be fully healthy, even if these guys come back. Maybe someone else has gone down. So you don't worry about that until you get into those situations. But, yeah, if I'm the Bears, if Asante Samuel comes in, your medical team gives him a clean bill of health, he has a good workout, I'm offering a contract. I'm trying to bring on board. And, by the way, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who is loving his time here, if you watch the locker room stuff yesterday, like, just show him that. Like, hey, this guy off the street has come here. He's made a huge impact, and he's loving it here. Come play with us, man. Like, that would be my pitch to Asante Samuel Jr. Again, if he's healthy, checks the boxes you're looking for, especially from a medical standpoint. Do the Bears need Asante Samuel Jr.? Type Y for yes and for no. Again, need is a strong word. I'd really like to have him, though. Like, if he's healthy, throw him in the mix. Like, get him in here, have him compete, even if he doesn't start at first. Like, you have a guy to go to. You really have no other options. You're not benching Tyreek Stevenson. What are you going to do? Put Nick McLeod in the game? Asante Samuel Jr., though? Okay. Like, Tyreek continues to struggle. That guy's on your sideline. Put him in the game. Like, that's how I feel about it. So, we'll see what happens. Obviously, the visits tomorrow and any news that comes out of that, we will cover it. We, of course, will be live tomorrow as well here on Chicago Bears Now. Appreciate everybody who has consumed our coverage over the last 24 hours with the watch party, our post-game videos yesterday, and obviously here on Overreaction Monday. To our new subscribers, shout out to you. That makes you a real one. We will see you guys this afternoon at 4 o'clock Central unless there's breaking news sooner. So subscribe, and as always, bear down.